Well, I was going to do this either way, but I am, well, not really, well, most like Mass Effect Andromeda, of all the Mass Effect series in total, is, well, dead for the time being. So, I really wasn't going to make a video about this, but, I guess I will. So, what am I going to do? Well, in preparation for me to build, the Mikamo variant of the Draken 3, and a rebuild of high-tech aircraft, hopefully with some type of ability to be broken down, I and of course a life-size Freyja and maybe a Mikamo, depending on if I feel up to it. I know I'm gonna make a, I know I'm gonna make, I think I know I'm gonna make Freyja, and if the guy makes a Min-May, I'm absolutely building a Min-May. So with that said, I need room to store the 3 or so Macross aircraft that I have, and at the very least, Freyja. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to move Jack. I'm actually going to break her down. And since Mass Effect's, well, kind of dead, it kind of really doesn't matter anymore to me that I keep her standing up like this. I mean, I want to keep her standing up like this, but I have to have more room, and the fact that she can be broken down makes the storing possibilities nearly endless. And I'm kind of happy I didn't give this to the guys over at BioWare. I know it's with the Montreal getting shut down. Lord will only know what will happen if I gave them to her, because I would not want to find her in like some dumpster or something like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull Kirmi out of the closet, Yanchan out of the closet, pull this foam board aircraft out of the closet, maybe the 109 in my Halo Reach rocket launcher, probably my fidget spinner plane thing. Also, the fat is finally dead, thank God. I still got my Garrus head. I'm gonna redo this area in some form or another and try to have more room for this area right here to work with. So I'm gonna pull out what I can and come back. Also, rest in peace, Mass Effect. They were once a great gaming series. Oh yeah, and I thought I'd bring this up that I go to my local anime conventions at least every time I can every year. And what I've been doing is that I've been actually collecting all the little badges I get, and I've just been sticking them onto Yanchan. I used to stick these onto, I believe, Kirimi, but Yanchan, it kind of has a better build, and it's kind of one of my things now when it comes. Actually, no, yeah, I think I've been originally, yeah, I believe when I came to keeping these things, I've just been putting them on Yanchan for the past 3 years now. Well, actually, no, about the past 2 years or maybe a year now. I don't remember. It's been so many times I've gone to these anime conventions, I kind of lost track. But yeah, that's what I do with the badges when I'm done for the conventions and whatnot. Let's see. Of course, already you can tell I got quite a bit now moved. So I'm going to try and somehow move this 109 and the rocket launcher to a better area. Because right here is a White Knight's aircraft. Let's see. Got a bug in here. Had a bug in here. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to remove the original stand I used for Jack. I'm going to probably actually chuck in quite a bit of this. Though I'm probably not going to chuck this. Mainly because this is like 35 bucks. I'm not into SAO like I used to, but since this thing was 35 bucks when I bought it, I'm not chucking it. Alright, so I've pretty much opened up my closet to an extent. I still gotta move some few things out and chuck a few things. But here's my Legend of Korra biplane. This is back when Legend of Korra was the thing. And I found the original blueprints I made so I can actually rebuild this, so I can rebuild the aircraft. And as you can tell, they're just made out of cardboard. And I'm not going to chuck these because if this thing pukes before I'm able to get it flying, I want to be able to rebuild it again. And that's what these are for. And I hope to God that does happen. I remember how to build this thing. And just like that, everything is now stashed away in this nice little covered area. I could actually go and actually make like a small little blinder like thing to just cover everything up right here to protect it from getting bumped into and whatever. But for right now, I really don't feel like doing it because I'm testing everything out. The 109 and everything else is actually staying in its place. You know, I forgot to turn the TV off, but whatever. I'll turn it off. Give me a second. Where's the cable? There it is. Problem solved. Okay. So the only real thing I gotta really worry about is the two air pumps here and here. Both these two air pumps run this tank. Well, this air pump runs my goldfish tank, and the other air pump runs my puffer tank. So really that's the only thing I really gotta worry about is just these making sure I don't knock these two pumps over. But in theory now I should have more than enough room to easily place Freyja right here. Because if I do everything correctly, I can place Kirmi and Yantron right in this little area right here, leaving a nice little section open for the Valkyrie and Freyja. And if I do everything right, I could easily stick well, actually I already said this in the last video, but I could easily stick I can easily make a shelf and stick the Mikamo variant of the Valkyrie, of the Draken right up here. Though this 109 wing might get in the way, but we'll see. I've yet to build it, so one thing at a time. So the next thing I gotta do I want to move the fidget plane anywhere? I'll probably figure out a better placement for this, because even though the fad's dead, I still want to keep this thing intact, because I do want to fly it eventually. Alright, and with that, my closet's now more or less cleaned up. Now the only real thing I'm probably going to end up changing is Kirmi's placement in the definitely going to move Kirmi back more, but for right now this is how it's going to be. Though when I build Freyja, I'm actually going to move Kirmi quite a bit more farther back. I have both of them tethered down. I have Kirmi tethered, and I have Yantron tethered. I could actually have them stand up normally, but due to their superstructures and whatnot, I'm better off just having them tethered. That way, so they somehow decide to fall back or fall forward, the tether stops them. Mainly, I only have to worry about Kirmi. Yantron's pretty much stuck. But as you can tell, I got a high-tech aircraft here. I got my little Macross right there. Of course, that's pretty much it. I mean, I was able to stuff Jack behind that and pretty much free up a whole big section for Freyja. So, I mean, pretty boring video, but something I thought I wanted to shoot to just give an idea of what it's like to store my stuff and whatnot. And just like that, my closet's now back to normal, and I'm now off to bed after I'm going to try and feed my puffer some food again. Granted, most likely he's not going to eat it because he is one very picky puffer fish.